Something else to tell you this Monday, members of the South African National Defence Force have reportedly been ordered to stop working with AfriForum's border security structures in Musina, that's in Limpopo. AfriForum launched the Border Watch initiative last month, and what it said was a quest to stop criminal activity at the Musina border post. The Defence Force then issued a statement saying it was against the law for a civil organisation or NGO to conduct any patrols at any of the country's borders. Let's talk about this with Llewellyn Hemmens from AfriForum. Good to have you on, Llewellyn. Thank you for your time. So you've got government saying through an SANDF statement that it's illegal for an organisation such as yours to be manning the borders. Is that what you were actually doing? Or patrolling the borders?
Good day, Bikini and all the viewers. No, that was not what we were doing. We had a close working relationship with the SANDF, other law enforcement like the police and SARS, and we were mainly patrolling on private farms where the farm owners gave us the mandate to patrol on their farms due to active border, cross-border crime that they've been targeted for many years, and they are just fed up.
Mm-hmm. So when you say you were collaborating then with the government officials there who are in charge of border patrols, what was the extent of that collaboration?
Yes, they are solely in charge of that, and we've never disputed that in any sense. The main focus of the collaboration between these two role players, first of all, the communities are mostly on the forefront of crime. They are the ones who are the eyes and the ears, and they solely focus on intelligence gathering. These farmers go through cross-border crime on a daily basis, so they know exactly which routes are the hot routes that are being used by the syndicates. They know what time these routes are going to use. They know exactly how many people are going to use these routes and what they are going to be traveling with. So if you've got that type of intelligence and you share that intelligence with the statutory forces, you are guaranteed success.
So, to be clear, at no point did you then yourselves effect arrests or raids?
No. Well, on the private farms, we did in collaboration with the National Defence Force and police. We helped them with arrests, but we did not on our own at any time or any point do arrests on our own, no.
And now that you've got the statement saying, well, any NGO, civil society organization patrolling a border would be illegal, what does it mean for your operations, be it on the farms or in the area nearby? Are you going to stop all of that? No,
certainly not. Our main focus from the beginning was never to take over the mandate of the SANDF. It was solely to support them. If I can give you a bit of an idea what we're working with, we've got about a group of 41 active patrollers in and around Musina, and their sole focus were to be the eyes and the ears, and they're going to keep doing that. On the borders or on the private farms, we also did that, and we are still going to do that because we've got a mandate. And the interesting part is the moment that AfriForum Neighborhood Watch Musina was established, these farm owners contacted us and they asked us if we could help them on their farms, and we said we are more than willing to. The only reason that we would do that will be in support with the SANDF. The moment that happened, we started seeing success, and these farmers actually allowed the SANDF on their farms to help them protect these borderlines. And it's also important to know that a lot of these farms actually function as the last border between South Africa and Zimbabwe because of the dismal border fence that we've got now.
Pardon me, Llewellyn, so how effective, though, would your operations be, even if they are on the holdings that belong to farmers, if there's now been this directive for the collaboration, the cooperation between yourselves and members of the SANDF to stop?
Yes, so that is actually a bit of a shame and a pity. Because we saw within about 4 or 5 months alone, we helped statutory forces seize goods worth more than about 12 million. This was vehicles that were transporting illicit goods. This was illicit goods, firearms, and etc. The problem you've got now is that now, because of political interference from a high level, these forces on ground level aren't allowed to work together anymore. Now you're going to see lawlessness, and that is the problem that we've got now. The moment these guys work together, we see success. And the moment we say there's success, we've got political interference. So I'm quite concerned that because of political interference, it's more important to withdraw your cooperation rather than see a secure borderline.
On that, you've just mentioned what you said as political interference. When this collaboration was established, who gave the permission? Where was it sanctioned? At what level? Was it just an agreement between yourselves as AfriForum and, say, officials who work at the border, or was there official agreement reached with someone higher up?
There was no formal working relationship between ourselves and the SANDF. This was more on a tactical level, where you had a few deployments from the SANDF working together with our neighborhood watch that knew that, or that know that if you've got the community on your side, you've got intelligence on your side. So I can, for a fact, say that there were, on a higher level, some formal instructions to work with us. And the moment this came to light, or we gave out a media statement regarding the 2 sniffer dogs, everything collapsed.
And in terms of the longer-term picture, I mean, there was a border set up, not a border, but a border fence that had been set up there, which we know was now, through official investigation, found to have not been fit for purpose. How porous is the border between South Africa and Zimbabwe from your time there?
Normally when people ask me that question, the first thing that comes to mind is what border? There's literally some places where there's nothing. There's really, really nothing. We saw a lot of instances where you get statutory forces also being corrupted by the syndicate. You can imagine for yourself, you uproot someone from their support structure, you put them in harsh conditions, harsh environment conditions, they do not have anything to do, and you've got a syndicate that is really good funded. Now you've got this person that's underpaid, they've got no support structure, and this syndicate comes to some of the soldiers and they give them 3 or 4 times the amount that they are earning. So then you've definitely got 2 problems. You've got corruption and you've got literally no fence, and then you sit with where we are today.
And how do you expect, just a final question, how do you expect the expiry of these Zimbabwe exemption permits, which will expire at the end of this year, is going to affect the movement of people along that stretch of border, or what you say is a lack of a border?
Yeah, so no paper has ever stopped anyone from crossing the border if there's no border. Once you get effective border management, you get people to do the job that they were supposed to do without corruption, without being bought into syndicates, then we can talk again. But no paper will stop someone from crossing a border.
Llewellyn Hemmens from AfriForum, good to speak to you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.